Hi, I had a technical glitch. I forgot to turn on my Wi-Fi, but here I am. Welcome and thank you for stopping in today. I'm super excited to show you some cards using our basic border dies. And it's been kind of a little hidden gem. And I found it because somebody made a beautiful card in a card swap and I wanted to share it with you. So I made, I'll be making 2 cards today. So welcome, thanks for stopping in, and let's get started. Let me flip my camera for you and we will start stamping. Yes, here we go. Hello, Juanita, welcome. So this is actually the basic border dies. And I have them shown on page 162 of the annual catalog. So it is filled with all sorts of great projects, of course. And if you look along online, you'll be able to find some projects as well. But this is the basic border dies. And again, it's on page 162 of our annual catalog. And I can't wait to show you a couple of cards that I've made. So the first one that I made, I used our Dragonfly Garden, which, you know, I'm always talking about loving the font. And I do love the font on this stamp set. And I love the fact that this is also a punch bundle. So the Dragonfly Garden also comes with a punch. I don't believe it's a bundle anymore at bundle pricing, but you can still get the punch and you can still get the stamp set. And today, Stampin' Up is offering all of our cling stamps, which means that they are the red rubber stamps like this. This is what we call the cling stamps. These are all 15% off today. So for any of you shoppers that want to go online and shop, I have a host code and you can go right to my candystampers.com website and you can place orders through the Stampin' Up site, but I have links to all of that. And by the way, if you're not on my email list, hop on over to the candystampers.com and jump on my email list because you will receive any of my classes. I do have classes to go. And I have classes that you can physically come here if you're in the Powell, Ohio area. Ooh. So let me show you this card. And this is I'm going to show you this one first. It's a cute little thank you one using this Dragon Garden and punch. And this again is using our basic border dies. Super cool. And like I said, it's kind of that little hidden gem that's in there. So this card, I'm going to show you, it just opens up. And I did not make this a gift card holder, but it certainly could be. You can make this a pocket. So that's something else to keep in mind with that. I tied this bow and never trimmed it, but I kind of like it. So let me show you how I made this. Super cool. You're gonna want these dies, I'm telling you. Never saw them before until the last card. I will show you what got me started on using this set. So I used the one that is curved, and I figured people may ask, and to tell you truthfully, I don't have all the measurements on everything. I will be posting it on my candystampers.com site, so you guys can go back and rewatch the video and get all the measurements. But when I measured this piece, like right here that I cut off, it's about 1.5 inches tall. So that gave me an idea. You're going to cut off. It's hard to tell because of the arch here, but it's about 1.5 that you cut off from here. So just as long as when you fold it, you can see the pretty paper underneath it. You can always, you know, cut off less and then kind of go back and back if you need to, just to make sure you get that the right area. So I kind of eyeballed it. Sometimes I'm really bad that way, but it just works for me. And so I don't always measure. But this time I did, and it was about 1.5 inches from the corner. just the corner. The other thing is, let me tell you, when you cut your paper, I did cut my paper. It's the full length of the card, which is 5.5 inches. And I did cut the top from the top to the bottom at 1 3/4 inches for my designer paper because, and I'm glad I did, because I was going to cut it shorter, but I realized if you cut it too short, this may not overlap right here. And you don't really want that white showing. So I didn't want to be skimpy on my designer paper. So it's about 1 3/4 inches tall. All right, so I'm using crumb cake. Love the crumb cake. And there is a right side and a wrong side to the stitching on the die. So I want that pretty side up. Pretty side up. Then we'll go ahead and I'm going to move my little pieces out of the way here. So this is going to be the front of my card, obviously. And I am going to, so I don't forget, because when I was putting it together, I almost forgot to put in my very vanilla paper. So let me go ahead and put that down. That's going to be the first step. Because I glued down my designer paper and then realized I hadn't put this on yet. So I had to do a quick tear it off and redo it. Now you could cut this piece down if you don't want to use the whole piece, because it's going, this part's going to get covered anyway. So you could cut this down to be the right measurement, but I just made it a whole piece. So the designer paper that I'm using on this project is so beautiful. It's our, I wrote it down. Oh, no, I didn't. It's the Hostess paper. I'll look it up for you in 1 second. It's the Hostess paper in the annual catalog. I think it's called Playful Patterns, but I'll have to go back and look. If you know, you can post it on here and I can peek up and see. Hello, Deb. Gosh, I haven't seen you guys for a while. Hope everyone's doing well up there, up in Marion, Ohio. So the designer paper is called, wait for it, it's Pattern Party. I think I said party pattern, but it's the Pattern Party. And it, you guys, if you don't have this paper, let me tell you something. You get 48 sheets, 4 each of 12-sided, and they're all 12 by 12. You will have so much paper to make 1,000,000 cards, and it's very playful and very colorful. So it has become one of my faves, one of my favorites. Okay, so I want to do the inside first so I don't forget. Next, I want to stamp. I'll bring this one back. And then while you guys are helping me along here, I have a question that you can answer. I want to see what you guys think. So the card I'm making, I'm using very vanilla. But the card that I made prior as a sample is using the basic white. So take a look. And I was going to ask you which one you like better, if you like the white or you like the vanilla. So you guys can post that while I'm building our card here. So let's take our stamps. Again, it's the Dragonfly Garden. And like I said, all of our red rubber, or they're called cling stamps, are on sale today only for 15% off. So it's a great day to start collecting some of those stamps that you've looked at and said, oh, I really want that stamp set. Well, it's on sale, so what a great day to get it. Let me put my paper under here that I stamp on. There we go. All right, let's use the crumb cake, and we're going to use this really pretty flower. And I'm just going to stamp a couple of these on here. Crumb cake ink on crumb cake cardstock. It always looks so pretty. And then I'm going to do another little one right here with just those 3 little flowers. Cute, cute, cute. Cuteness. I don't think I ever used the word cute as much as I did or have since Sarah lived here, and everything was cute. And she is my son's girlfriend, who we adore. And this is Jonathan, my oldest. And we also adore you too, Sam. But Sarah always said cute. Everything was cute. So now we find ourselves saying everything's cute. Kind of funny. All right, so I did one dragonfly in the Misty Moonlight, and I did another dragonfly in the Daffodil Delight. So these were the two colors that I chose today. The designer paper color is also the Misty, and that's why I chose that one. So I have a scrap of my Very Vanilla, because again, I'm doing this card today in the Very Vanilla, but the one I did before was done in the basic white. Here is my dragonfly, and I will do the first one in my daffodil, and then I can punch that out, and then I can do the second one and punch it out of the Misty Moonlight. So here's dragonfly number 1. Yes, I said butterfly, but I meant, haven't you always said that? But I meant, even though I said, but I meant to say, oh yes, you know, those little mistakes. Okay, so here is our Misty Moonlight dragonfly. And, oh, so pretty. Boy, does that look pretty on that Very Vanilla. I have a feeling that a lot of you are going to love the Very Vanilla. Punch. Okay, move that out of my way so I don't knock it on the floor. And then I'm going to just go ahead and simply punch these out. So of course, you're going to have to line it up. So we have to turn it over and punch. Oh, looks good. And then I will punch this one as well. And we have our dragonflies. Look at how cute. Now, these little guys, I haven't quite figured out what to do with them. But I suppose you could find something to do with them. But for now, because I had a couple others on my table, I am throwing them away. And that's something I don't always do. I'm so bad. I keep all the scraps. But I'm sure I'm not the only one, right? Okay, so on this card, I'm also used the rectangle dies to cut out, I think it's like 3 1/4 by 2 inch or something like that. Here, I have ouch. I actually have a ruler. So it's like just over 3 1/8 by 1 3/4. So that was the piece that I used for this card, for the front. And that is going to get popped up. And if I tried to kind of get it underneath that flower when I did this one. So I'm going to try to do the same. But first, let's put some string on it. So this is our linen thread. I way overcut, but I'd rather have too much than make it too short, right? Because I do want to put a bow on it. So I'm just going to wrap it a couple of times. And then, boy, that's a big piece. But I'll trim it down after. So let's see, what did I do here? This, and tying bows online is always fun because I see like everybody trying to help and going, oh no, don't do it that way. But let's see how I do. I don't know why this seems like it's so difficult. I don't want my string to be loose here. I did it. Okay, now I know that's gigantic, so I will fix it. But like I said, I'd much rather have too much string than not enough because it's fixable. Yay. There we go. But I want to do all of this before I actually glue it onto the card. And I am going to cut these pieces down a little bit because they are way too long. But I'll leave it long. Okay, now let's fix this because I do want you to be able to see that there are 2 little strands wrapping around. See how cute? And then you can always mess with this afterwards. Next, we're going to go ahead and pop this up. Let's give it some dimension with our dimensionals. Love the name. And this time, I'm only going to use 4. Sometimes you guys see me put a ton on here. And you really, these are very, very sticky, and they are going to hold your card onto your project. It will not come off. Actually, I told a little lie. I'm going to put another one in the middle. There, now that makes me feel better. So I used 5, not 4. All right, let's get this closed up and see how this is going to sit. So I want to showcase my flower. So I just want it to come up just a little bit. And I think that kind of looks straight. What do you think? Like that? Yeah, looks good. Okay, so next, let's put another little crease across there. Nice. Now it's laying flatter. So next I want to stamp my cute words, which I'm going to use the Thank You for Your Kindness from this stamp set. And this little tag, oh my goodness, came out of, here, let me hold this down here. This came out of our many messages, or it's called Messages Die. And I just recently bought it. It was another little hidden gem that I didn't buy, but I love it because you can use this on so many different projects. And of course, it also has the 2 stamp sets that you can get with it. And that's called the Many Happenings and Many Messages. We have both of those in the catalog, the main annual catalog, I should say. And that was, this particular die has come in very, very handy. Those are on page 42. And guess what? They're also cling stamps. So they're on sale today, 15% off. So these are the ones that have a ton of words. And of course, the die that I'm showcasing will go with any of these. It's a 1 stamp, you stamp it, and then you can have a ton of tags. But what I did was I just cut it out and I used the actual stamp from the Dragonfly Garden, which is the Thank You for Your Kindness. So I made it work on this tag, you guys. There's a lot of them out there that will work with it. So it's great to explore. All right, so my stamp is right here, and I just need a block for it. Ooh, hopefully I don't get too inky. There we go. That went well. I forgot to grab a smaller block, so Candy is just going to make it work. So this one, again, is Thank You for Your Kindness. Now, it just fits. So be prepared. It just fits. But you can do it. You could always stamp it and then cut it out. But, of course, I did it the other way. Hi, Karen. Well, I'm glad you're watching. Yes, it is an absolute beautiful day here in Ohio. Oh, my gosh. We could not ask for better weather. We're very blessed. Okay, so I have this straight, and now I just have to get it right on here. And like I said, I was so excited when I was trying different tags that it fit. Yay! Okay, I have to tell you, I have another one that was not even as straight, but I had a backup in case this was like an epic failure, but it went okay, so I'm very happy with that. So this guy I did pop up, this misty blue piece, but this piece, the Thank You, I am just, the little tag, just going to glue it down flat. I don't want too many different layers here. So I shall glue this right about in the middle. Looks good. So my little blue misty dragonfly will be here. And in all honesty, because this piece is raised up, you can put a little glue on this part and then dimensionals over here. So that is what I'm going to do. And I have my dimensionals here. Pop this up. And then I can just put a little bit of glue, because if I put dimensionals here, it'll be uneven. I hope that makes sense, because this already is popped up. So I want it to be the same height. So I'm able to just pop that up right there. And now I just need to put my little yellow dragonfly on. And I have another dimensional for this side. And again, I just kind of strategically planned to pop it up and still show the flower. So I'm going to have this one coming in this way. And therefore, I only need a little dimensional right here. I do have my mini dimensionals. I want to make sure I remember where I said that, but I'm going to just pop on there a little tiny dimensional right about there. And then I want that flower to show, kind of. Whoops. I wanted it to be more twisted. There. What do you think? Isn't that cute? Just a whole different way to add a look to your card. Now, of course, you can stamp inside. You can stamp some of the dragonflies or whatever you want. Okay, so my question is, do you like the white? Hi, Paula Stewart. We are in the central part of Ohio. I'm in Powell, Ohio, near Dublin, near the Columbus Zoo. Very popular. About, I don't know, just a few miles north of, we are north of the city of Columbus. Okay, so do you like the white? Ooh, that seems so bright on this crumb cake. Or do you love or like the very vanilla? So let me know what you think. Oops. Also, I wanted to pop on here my little brushed metallic adhesive back dots. That's what it says on the name here. So what I did was I just put them right on top of the flowers. I thought that was adorable. You can see it on this card. So let's go ahead and put these on as well. And I just used my scissors to take off from the little sheet here. There is adhesive on it, so you want to make sure when you pull any of your little gems off of any of our products here that you get the adhesive underneath. So that's why I like to use my scissors. I've also used my pick a tool, and that works very well too. So what do you think about these cards? I hope you love them. And let me move this up a little bit. Yeah. Let me see if I can slide this there. So let me know. Oh, I see a little heart going up. Let me know which one you like, vanilla or white. Okay, let me do the next one. Oh my goodness. Well, I'll stop in the middle here. This was the very first card that I saw done, and it was also using that pattern play paper. And this is what sparked me. This was one swap that I got, and then I'll show you the other swap I got. But this is what sparked me into wanting to use this, this die and this paper. And on the inside, if you do it on white, you could still have an area to write on, and you only need to have your designer paper. But I thought this was very cute as well, using the I think this is called the In Blooms dies, and then a couple other die sets that went together and other stamps. So you guys, the ideas are endless. So this was the first one that gave me the idea for the dragonfly. So I had to share that with you. I don't know who made that because I didn't have the name on the back. So sorry. Okay. So the next card that I'm going to make, this was my other inspiration, and I do know that this card was made from Deb Snyder. And when I got this card in a swap, I went crazy. So give me 1 second and I'll show you. But I'm going to make a very similar card using the Whimsical Trees. So here's what Deb made, and then I'll show you what I'm going to make. So I know some of my team members, we made this at one of our team gatherings, but look at how cute. So it comes out and it has this cute little pocket here. So I want to show you, like I said, I'm going to make this, but I'm going to use the Whimsical Trees and show you how to make the one that I copied. So again, the border dies. This is the die I used, the one with the, looks probably more like you would use it on an envelope, but I'll show you what Deb did, and I copied the whole thing. So she just folded the paper over and cut this, which is what I did. So let me show you. So you take a 4x4 piece of paper. Again, I will have all the other measurements on my site. Last week I had the week before I had a hard time downloading from Facebook to YouTube. So I'm still working on that video. They've changed a lot of things on Facebook, so I just have to find where they put it. So what you're going to do is you take your designer paper and you score it at 2.5 inches. And then what'll happen is this will fold back. So I did that already. So I scored it at 2.5 inches. And then, like I said, this will then fold. But then you would take your die, this die, and you would just lay it like this right on your cutting machine. And then go ahead and crank it through, and then it would come out looking like that. So it's really cool. And I love how she did this little bit off to the side. So I kind of came up with an idea, and I am going to put it together with you guys. So the first time I did this, I cut my paper too short. So make sure you use a 4x4, and that gives you a little bit more. It would work okay. But if you see, if you look at this, you just see that I don't have enough. I didn't feel like I had enough room up there. So that'll be my next one to play with. But this one, I made it taller, 4x4, scored it at 2.5, and made it much easier. So this is the very first part we're going to put down. And I'm going to copy it just like Deb did. So she used some dimensionals. And that just gave your card a little bit of height. And it becomes the pocket. So I am going to copy that. Copy that, Roger. And then we will pop this up. Well, I didn't do a very good job on evening that out, did I? Oh, well, just pretend I did. You guys have the idea. And then you want to go ahead and put some down here as your stopper so it doesn't fall out the bottom. So yes, you're going to use a few dimensionals, and I will pop these off really fast, get them out of the way. And no doubt I'll be wearing some of those on my ensemble this evening, which always cracks me up where I find these little papers, find them all over the house. And I think, oh, it probably got stuck on my sock or my slippers or my shirt. Never fails. All right, so here I got all my little pieces undone. Yes, that one I'm now wearing. And this is our crumb cake cardstock. I'm going to turn that over because it was kind of bowed. And all I'm going to do is just pop this on here, making sure it's somewhat in the middle. And straight. So she did glue this pocket down. I will go ahead and come out, wherever you are. Come on, glue. There we go. Let's see if that helped. There it is. And then I can glue that down so it stays. All right, so for our insert part, the part that will go in our little message area, I used Mossy Meadow cardstock. It's cut at 9 inches. And if I remember all the measurements, I'll tell you. It's 9 inches, scored at 4.5. And then this was, and again, I'll have this on my website. It's 3.25 inches wide. So this is going to fit right inside. Look at that. And then we're going to go ahead and, well, I can leave it there for a minute because now I need to go ahead and stamp my piece. I have 2 white pieces, and these are going to go one on the front and one on the inside. So I needed to have 2 of those. And let's go ahead and stamp the one that will go on the front. I'm going to use the Mossy Meadow ink pad. You know, this is such a pretty green. It really is a very, very pretty green. And I have the words, "May the love of this season warm your home and fill your heart." Oh, and by the way, I know I mentioned it, but I'm using the Whimsical Trees stamp set. Again, it's a cling stamp set. When you look through the annual catalog, you will see if it says cling or photopolymer. The photopolymer are the stamps that are very, very see-through, but this is the cling, and they are also known as the red rubber stamps. So I'm using the Whimsical Trees and the dies. Ooh, I will take a second to show you those dies because they're gorgeous. Look at these. We have some cute little mini trees to some fun whimsical trees. Of course, that's what it's called. And very adorable. And then it has some little bulbs for your trees and some little stars. But I just adore this. It's cute. It's fun. And it's very different. And the paper, oh my goodness. This is just a small piece of the paper that I'm using. But it is gorgeous. It has some pinks and some other colors, some blue. I think the Misty is in there. And just gorgeous. All right, let's go ahead and ink this one up. And I'm going to put it, I'll go ahead and put it in the middle. There's a reflection, so hopefully that's straight. Yay, it's just such a nice deep green. I like it. All right, let's go ahead and grab my scrap white. I am going to stamp the tree. Actually, I have 2 trees I want to stamp. So I'm going to bring that Mossy Meadow back out. And I'm going to go ahead and ink that up. When I first made this card, or was thinking of making this card, I was inking so heavily. See, I got the top, but it's okay because it's going to get die cut. And then we'll just stamp it here. It's big, so make sure you press down in the middle, holding onto your stamp. Ooh, isn't that fun? It's a fun stamp set. And then I'm going to go ahead and use one of the smaller trees. And I'm going to die cut that out as well. Yay, gorgeous. Love the Mossy Meadow. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and die cut these out. And I want to show you the little our little mini die cutting machine and embossing machine. I don't always bring it out, but it's so stinking cute. I wanted to show you. My dies I just laid way over here. So let me grab that one and this one. And then I can go ahead and run this through. Ooh, look at daring me. I'm going to do both. Can you guys see that in the camera? There we go. So I don't have a magnetic plate, but I am going to put it on and hold my breath that it comes out pretty straight. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. No worries. And then we will die cut this through. So this little machine is adorable. And it's nice and portable as well. So you can just get that cranking, hold on to the top, crank it through. And I feel like it's a toy. I guess it is kind of a toy for us, right? But this is awesome. That is my driveway bell. And it looks like Amazon is here. Oh, what did we order next? It's probably my husband. I didn't order anything. Okay, so here's my little cutouts. And move all of those out of the way. And now we're going to build our card. So on the front, I'm going to move these off to the side. On the front of our piece that will go inside, I'm going to go ahead and glue this down now that we've stamped it. And I'll use my favorite glue, which is the Tombow Mono Liquid Multi-Glue. This is a glue that we sell. It's only $4, you guys, and it's one of my favorite. And you can make a lot of cards using this glue. It'll go a very long way. So we're going to go ahead and glue that on. And I have a little scrap of the same paper that matches the fold here. And we'll just put a little piece of that on down here. Ooh, that wasn't very straight. No, I have not been drinking. And my cut, I know, is a little crooked, but you know what? It's fine. I like it. I like it. I did that on purpose. Not really. Okay, so let's do the same on the inside. And, oh, I can't pick it up. Here we go. And then we can go ahead and glue this down on the inside. And you know what? Let me show you this. A lot of people don't realize this glue has two sides to it. You can also use this side if you have a harder time with the little point. But this side, I want to shake it down because it's a little bit low. But you can press it out and then you just kind of lay it on your paper and smear it so it doesn't become so bulky. A lot of times when you put your glue on, it becomes like a big glob and then you have a big mess. But a lot of people don't realize we have that little piece on the back, on the other side, I should say, a little part. And it makes your glue come out flatter. And especially if you are heavy-handed with the tip, I recommend this side. But some people never realized it was dual-sided. Okay. Oh, and this one, I do also have another little scrap. And we will put that right down here as well. Come on, glue. Now that I shook it down to the other side, there it goes. Now we can pop that on there. And I'm going to do it this way. What do you think? Just for a little extra color. I thought that was cute. Okay, so this is what it would look like. Hopefully that inside one is dry. Is it'll come right inside like that. So far, so good. I think it's cute, but I wanted to add the trees. So we can just pop the trees on here, and then that way it'll fill in a little bit more. Or I can cluster them, I think is what I want to do. And then you can also like either pop this up or just lay it down flat. I'm going to lay it down so it's flat. So I don't want any glue up here because that would be off of my card. So I just want to put some glue here. And we will kind of make that lay down. And then I'm going to put this one, it doesn't matter because the whole thing will be down. And again, you can put some dimensionals. I just sometimes don't like to go too thick because I have, or too thick this way, because I've already used the dimensionals on this pocket piece. I don't know that I want it too high. So I think this is super cute. Now, the other thing you could do is add some ribbon on here. I did not grab any ribbon. I wasn't thinking. Let me look up and see if I have some within reach and I'll grab it. Here, oh, here's some. Come out. Of course, it's way out of my reach. So I can still add this ribbon and I'm going to just add some white. And it can come around here. So we have a pretty little knot that'll go on there as well. I wanted to do that earlier and I forgot to grab it. But I'm going to do it now. You can always put it just underneath here. You can color this with your blends if you like, which makes it very cool. But I'm just going to add white on white. And then I can slide it up where I want it. And I'll make this just a nice little knot. Just looked like it needed a little more up there. Look at that. And then you can just slide it, bend your cards. Well, it helps if I let it go. I was holding on to it down here and trying to slide it. That's why it wasn't working. Look at this. Okay, so let me cut this down just a smidge there. And right here. Yay! And then I can go ahead and put this back in the pocket. Have my little bow or, sorry, knot right on there. I can cut this down a little bit more. But isn't that cute? Oh, and then I wanted to show you. I thought these were also super cute. These are part of the Whimsical Trees. And I thought some, like maybe a little one of the little trees inside would be really cute too. So that's why I didn't glue it all the way down there. But they have 2 different sizes, and I realized that after I had die cut them all. Oh, maybe they are the same. Nope, they're the same. I told another story, but I thought it might be kind of fun to just glue a little tree right inside. So that is what we're going to do. And then this little card will be done. So I hope you guys love this. Don't forget, Stampin' Up sale today, 15% off all of our cling stamps. And there are so many of them that are just cute. I know I had a few on my wish list that I will be buying today. Okay, I have to trim this down because that's going to drive me crazy. I'm so funny that way. And hopefully I can get a nice little trim that you guys get to see the back of my hand. That looks better. And then this just goes here. Let's start at the beginning. So we have our cute little card. We're going to pull it out and then flip it open. And look at that cute tree. You could even put one on the front, but I just didn't want it sticking out too high. Cuteness. Oh, I have to put one on the front now. I'm going to put the little, I'm hoping that I didn't put glue all the way up at the top. Oh, good. I can slide it under there. So where is that mint one? I just have to do it. I just have to. So we'll put a little bit of glue on this. I know I'm not in the camera here, but I will be in a second. And then we can slide this one under here. Oh, come on. I don't want all that glue. Over. Hopefully that's going to be hiding behind there. Oh well, it's all right. I could have moved it down a little more, but look at how cute. So I just want you to have the whole idea. You can change it up. You can use many different designer papers, but these basic dies are so cool. And I had totally missed it. This was the card that originally I got that brought my attention. I actually had to ask her, where did you get this die? And so she told me, and I had never noticed it in the catalog. So here's Deb Snyder. It's the one that shared that. And then here's my rendition. She made it cute where the pine cones just hung over the top. And I thought that was cool with dimensionals. Here's my rendition. The bow I need to, or the ribbon, I would need probably some color on that. But I wanted to just show you how it was built, how it was all done. Super cool, super cute. This paper is adorable. So there's mine. And then the other one was our Dragonfly. So I'll have to go back and read the comments. Hello, Diane. I'll have to go back and read the comments as to how you guys all voted, if you voted on the white or the vanilla. Either way, I don't think you could go wrong. I think you would still be happy with it. And again, here's Deb's card. Let me see. I'm in the camera. And then there's Deb's rendition. And measurements will be coming. And next week is the 27th of October. Can you guys believe it? Man, where did September go? I'm not pushing it. I know we still have a week, but that's when I'll be live again. Hi, Cynthia. I'll be live again next week on October 27th. Oh, thanks, Diane. I hope you love them. On October 27th, I'll be back live with you guys. So check out my candystampers.com website. It will have this information. It'll have all of the measurements. As soon as I can get it downloaded or uploaded, then downloaded, and then uploaded and downloaded, you guys get it. And I get everything typed in. Thanks, Dina. Oh, and Susan. So glad you guys stopped by. Thanks for watching. I so enjoyed doing this and being with you guys. You have a great week. Enjoy this beautiful Ohio weather, all you Ohioans, and wherever you are. Thanks again. Have a great weekend. Bye for now. Bye.